Welcome to Ask Logic, the video series where we're answering your questions. I'm Todd Smith and I'll be your host. Throughout this video series, we're going to cover things that we're experts in. So SEO, web design, web development, PPC, social media, photography, and videography. That's why we wanted to start Ask Lifted Logic, to help serve out content to people who aren't just our clients. Because the more you guys know, the better decisions you can make. Katie, one of the questions that we get all the time is comparing or misusing the phrase web design and web development, thinking that they're synonymous. Mm-hmm. We know that they're not because we do it every day. What's the difference?
Yeah, so web design is really all of like the visual elements and what you're actually going to see. And then the web developers, they take those and they make it into an actual functional website.
I always joke with clients at the beginning of like the initial design meeting. I'm like, hey, this is the most fun meeting you've had so far because we're going to talk design stuff. And then the next one is the design review. I'm like, this is actually the most fun because you're going to see like everything laid out in kind of like linked PDFs, but very visual. And then we disappear for a couple of weeks and make the magic happen. Mm-hmm. And so I think once you start adding in the animations and the hovers and like building out the pages and all that stuff, that's when it transitions more into the web development side of things. Web designs kind of just pretty images linked together.
Yeah.
It's creating the framework and the blueprint for the developers to go build, which is always the client's most favorite part.
Yeah. So whenever I start to design something, I'm literally starting with like a blank page in a program. And then I'm like taking colors and shapes and fonts and adding them in there. And then when the developers start on it, they're taking kind of like that blueprint that I've made of what it'll look like. And then they're building that out.
Yeah. Because you're basically saying like, hey, we need a room here. Here are the dimensions. Like I need this, this, and like they're just kind of following that instruction that you're giving them. Mm-hmm. Feel free to hashtag AskLL on social media and we'll get to them as quickly as we can. But keep in mind, there are no stupid questions, especially in the digital space.